Hey guys, I got my hands full here. Anyway, I set up a well, actually a hard iced tea can, and got some toys with me. These both came from Simple Shot. This is the, oh, I can't remember the names of them. Starts with an A. But this is my oldest bought Slingshot, not made, but oldest bought. And the second one I have is the RamBone, I think it's called. It's from Jorg, who does the Slingshot channel. It's his design, but Simple Shot makes them and sells them. So there's one of those big dragonflies again. And anyway, I'll be shooting from back here. Right there's my Gatorade. Hopefully you guys can see it. I didn't move the camera lens. You know what? I'm going to set my Slingshots down right there. So I'll be shooting from here. Let's turn this around. Over there on the wood pile. Woo! And it's not going to focus, is it? It's starting to. There it goes. Man, I like this camera. It might look far here, but it's only maybe 20 feet, if that. So let's set this up. Again, I'm going to be shooting from back over there. Let's set this up to where you guys can not be all drunk looking at it. There we go. And then I'm going to go back that way, grab a Slingshot. I'll start with the one that starts with an A. Why? I can't remember it. Alright. And what I'll be using, I guess I should show you guys, is I brought a whole bunch of these clay balls that I bought from Amazon. Whew. Yeah, and it is warm. I'm surprised that wind hasn't blown that pop can over yet. Alright. First shot. Oh yeah! Yeah! Hit it a little low. Hit it right here at the bottom. A little low, but whatever. Set it back up. Take one more shot with it. I just want to make sure I'm on. Ooh, right next to it. Alright. One low hit, one high hit. Now it doesn't want to sit up there. There we go. Now I'll switch over to the other Slingshot. Oh, this pouch isn't broken yet. Ooh. Just to, I think, the left of it. There we go. Now this one, even though it's the same band, it's newer. But That's the exit wound. That's where it hit. Went straight through the can. Ooh. What do you think? Another shot? Let's do one more shot. Or at least one more hit, right? See if I can hit those people on the water on the cans. Wow. Alright, that was a full-blown miss. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not, but I could see it curve. It was kind of egg-shaped. Oh, just over the top of it. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. Remember I said I was going to try to hit the people on the water? Ooh. Right there. I mean, guys, if you practice with anything, you can learn to become accurate. It doesn't matter if you're throwing knives or using a bow or using a gun or whatever you're going to use. Most important thing is when you're actually using your tools for hunting or in the outdoors for bushcraft, survival, or just plain out hunting. You know, I grew up under the belief that you don't want the animal to suffer. So you want to hit that off switch as quick and as elaborate as you can, so the animal does not suffer. So it has been driven into my head since I was, shoot, I started hunting when I was 10. You know, I could hunt small game and stuff. You just always try to hit that animal, and you don't want it to suffer. You want to hit the animal, you want it to die, and A, it makes it easier on you as a hunter. That way you don't have, ow, this damn deer fly. That way you don't have to track the animal, you know, and then on top of it, most importantly, the animal doesn't suffer. These things are like right in the way. I did swap out my knives. I got my CX, which is a A2, because if I see a ground squirrel or something that's worth shooting, I'm going to take the shot. I do have my small game license. I'm not afraid to take a shot at say chipmunks or something like that with my slingshots, even though chipmunks, there's not a lot of meat on them. They're good if you're trying to survive, but other than that, nah, I'd rather not. But it's great for scaring off things that might come in up here. A lot of people, the first week of July, they're allowed to bring their dogs out here in the woods, because my property is completely surrounded by the Huron National Forest. So they bring their dogs out here and they lose a couple dogs. Well, those dogs become feral and start their own packs out here in the woods. So out here we got a couple things to be worried about. I wouldn't say worry about, but things to keep an eye out for. We got wild dog, we got coyotes, we got badgers, and we have bear. Supposedly, now there's been only a few sightings, but supposedly we also have out here starting to make a comeback, that is wolves and pumas, mountain lions. Even though I've only seen, I think in the last 5 years, I've never seen any tracks myself. I've never seen the animal myself, but people have caught them. What kind of bug are you? Have caught them on their game cameras, and it seems like they're, I don't know. I'm talking about the pumas. Now the wolves, either I've seen some really, really big dog tracks out here, not on the property, but on the side roads and trails and everything else, or wolves are starting to make a comeback. We do have coy wolf, which that's a rarity in itself. I have seen those, but yeah, there are things out here that you just, if you wound one or you can cause it pain, they'll tend to leave you alone. Other than badgers, I mean, badgers are just, anyone who has to deal with badgers or wolverines or anything like that, man, I feel your pain. My dad he would not come up here in the woods without a 357 Magnum because of them. I think we got most of them off the property, but there's always a chance they can come back in the spring. But yeah, so anyway, the point is, make sure you practice your marksmanship. Because again, I don't want an animal to suffer. If I'm taking an animal, two things: I want it down right away. I don't want to track it. I don't want it to suffer. And secondly, I'm going to eat it. I don't kill something unless I'm going to eat it. So like the porcupines that I'm supposed to go after tonight. Most people would just kill them and then chuck them off in the woods. Well, the problem with that is then you bring in the wild dogs, you bring in the coyotes, you bring in the scavengers. And I don't want those around here, especially now that I have a daughter and I'm bringing her up here. So, like the porcupine, if I get it, I'll kill it, I'll clean it, I'll eat it, and then I will either burn the carcass or dig a 6-foot hole, which is a pain in the butt, because this is all sand and rock. But I can do it. Dig a deep hole, throw the carcass in there, and bury it. But like I said, practice your marksmanship. Make sure things are set. Make sure, wow, that was a big bug. Make sure your shot counts, guys and girls. Yeah, I mean, everything counts. If you're out here just camping, if you're out here doing bushcraft, or if you are unfortunate enough to come out here in the woods and get lost, and then you're doing real survival. Not this cabin, but our other cabin where you had someone kick in the front door, make them some food, and, you know, we keep canned goods and stuff like that out here, and rest through the night, and then the next day he left a note and cash and his phone number and everything, saying sorry about your door, you know, this and that. He got lost. He was a hunter. He got lost. He came through the woods at night and stumbled across our cabins. Well, that I'm okay with, especially considering the guy, when we called him, he came out and helped us put in a new door. I mean, you can't complain about that. It's life or death. It's survival. You know, out here during November and December and January, it can get down to negative 40 degrees. So, yeah, I don't blame the guy. Came in, he got out of the weather, made him some food, left money, left his phone number, the whole 9 yards, and then when we called him, he came out here and he paid for the new door, and he even stayed and helped us put it in. So, you know, it's... See these flies, guys? These are deer flies. They bite like a son of a gun. They look like horse flies, just smaller. Anyway, at least the mosquitoes aren't out. I can deal with the flies, but mosquitoes, no. Greg Ovens, he's got a real problem with mosquitoes as well, and I don't blame him. But he's up in the Rocky Mountains up in Canada. Well, no, I guess if I was in the UP, I'd be closer to the climate there. But then again, that's only an hour and a half drive from where I'm at, so... Alright guys, I'm going to stop the filming right there, and then yeah, I'll probably play around a little bit. Once I get hungry, I'll pull out the knives and go over that. Or maybe I'll set up the knives and show you what knives I at least brought so that you guys can see those. Right now it's a little windy. Forest rangers, there's a sign as you're coming into the forest area that has markings as to if you can burn or not and whatnot, if it's safe to burn, if it's not safe to burn. Right now we're in the yellow, which means small contained, like cooking fires, which is what I would be doing. I'm not going to build a big bonfire tonight because I'm going to be out in the woods. So, wow, it is so nice. These flies, man. And I took a shower this morning, believe it or not. Alright, anyway, I'll stop you guys there. And then, yeah, I think I'll set up the knives, pull those out so that you guys can see it. See the knives I brought with me. And then, I keep forgetting this thing turns around so that I know whether or not if you're actually seeing me. And then, do another video just looking at the knives I brought. And then, jeez, oh Pete. And then when I actually go to use them, I'll film it. So, God, love the woods. These flies are horrible. Wish it was a little bit windier. Get out of here, damn it. Here. Don't bite me. And then there's another one over here on this arm. So, yeah. Anyway, alright, I'm going to get up. I'll probably shoot my slingshot a little more, make sure I'm warmed up, tuned up. Should I do a video on the air rifle? I might. I just don't want to pump it up before I go out. I thought it'd be cool to have a pump rather than the air tank. That was a mistake. I gotta buy an air tank. Jeez, oh Pete's. Alright guys, later.